So, Diane James, you've conned them if they vote to leave.
Sorry?
You've conned them.
Oh, well, I don't think so at all. Would you mind if I take up just a slightly different point, which is that, you highlight on your screen that this is the Nissan car plant. Nissan, I believe, was one of those companies that was effectively asked by the Prime Minister to write a letter to the employees. And I think what you're seeing here is the reaction to that, which I understand has been quite widespread across the country, where people have actually taken, shall we say, offence at being directed to do something, and then seemingly that whole message has been undermined in a later stage. And I think there's a classic here, which is in terms of the German, let's call it almost CBI equivalent, today saying, there won't be any tariffs, there won't be any negative reaction in terms of trade between the two countries. So I think people have been a lot more realistic. I don't quite agree with Angela at all on this issue about conning or trying to blame the EU. When it comes down to it, the Leave campaign has presented quite accurately what the issue is in terms of immigration and linking it to the freedom of movement.
I'm sorry, the bus wasn't accurate. The fact that Turkey's going to join any minute wasn't accurate. There were Leave leaflets put out which hinted very strongly that Syria and Iraq were going to join the European Union. This is a post-truth kind of campaign, and I think it's played on people's fears and it's divided the country. And I think what the Prime Minister needs to do, whatever the result is try to realise that he cannot keep imposing the worst burdens of cuts on the communities that are least able to cope with them.
Werner Bogdanor, just watching the results as they've come in, do you think this is going to be a very tight-run thing tonight? It looks as though it is, doesn't it?
The indications from the early results are that Leave is doing much better than one would have predicted. The tight result in Newcastle, where Remain could have hoped for a very large victory, because we're told that university towns and university graduates are very strongly in favour of Remain. The very large victory for Leave in Sunderland, and also the predicted low turnout in Scotland, are all good indications for the Leave camp. And I think we do have to face the possibility, no more than a possibility, that Leave will win this referendum and that Britain will leave the European Union. I think that is a possibility. Whether that happens or not, it's obviously a very close result. And I think one can't deny it's a real kick to the British establishment, because all three party leaders have favoured a Remain vote. Business is on the whole favoured a Remain vote. The financial leaders have favoured a Remain vote. The people have not taken their advice, so it appears.